Hey everybody, it's Jenny, and I am back with you today to share how I created another week in my memory planner. And if this makes you say, oh my gosh, memory planning's so not for me, just watch for a little bit. I do the planning first and then I add the stuff at the end. So you could stop watching once I start adding photos if it's not for you. You got to see a little peek at the previous week. I am running a little bit behind in my memory planner. I am working on the week of September 12th through 18th, but I plan on pushing through in these next few weeks and hopefully getting close to caught up by the end of the year. I love this project so much, and I'm very happy to have done it, and I cannot wait to see how the entire year comes together. I'm using the Scraptastic Club September Plan On It kit for my planning, and then for my memory planning, the page protectors, I am using a September kit from Elle Studio, and the colors were just completely irresistible to me, and I love how these two kits pair together. So I'm very excited to share with you how I put them together. I'm working on Monday as I usually do, and I am layering a few stickers together to notate my husband being off of work. Now, I'm starting out kind of with a bang since this is memory planning. It's not traditional planning for me, so I do add just a tiny bit more detail than maybe I would in my day-to-day planner since this is more like a scrapbook. But I'm still very simple compared to other planners. I definitely still have lots of white space and it's still definitely really functional. I love that little square. I love how all of those things came together, and I can absolutely see myself using that in my traditional planning as well, especially on a week when maybe it's a little bit more empty and there's not quite as many things going on, so I don't need to have so much focus on all of the other activities. Though, we all know those weeks are fewer and farther between, am I right? I'm going to also just use one of those cute little icons to notate cleaning. I like to keep things simple and balance these things out. So after you have such a heavy sticker at the top with all of the different stickers and the layering and the staggering, just keeping it really simple right there is perfect. I'm going to keep moving through Monday doing my planning, and I'm sticking to the color scheme that you saw in those cards that I originally showed you from the LA Studio kit. They're definitely really primary with a couple of fun little twists in there, so I'm trying to keep to that for the traditional planning. I want the whole thing to be really cohesive. But what I will say is that there's lots of colors involved. So you will see that it's really cheerful and colorful and just really a whole lot of fun. And I think that this is definitely something that you could do in your regular planning as well. It's just really fun to look at. And I know for sure that it would totally motivate me to refer to my planner often and to really want to get things checked off my list of to-dos because it's just so much fun. Now, as you can see, Monday was a super busy day for me, which is, kind of crazy. I mean, I often have a lot of things going on, but usually one day doesn't have quite so many things going on. But it definitely makes it a really fun week in the planner with all of these different colors and all of this different stuff. So I'm not at all remotely upset with that. Now, to balance some of the more exciting elements on the page, if you will. Just that simple quarter box turned on its side and then the star at the top. I really do love that. It's a fun way to make it a little bit unexpected. It doesn't take up the entire width of the box. It leaves a little bit of white space around the outside so it still is visually appealing. But yet, if you look at it, it's still completely simple. That is a school bus sticker that is not from Scraptastic Club. That is from the Dainty Planner. She uses a really pretty paper. I like it a lot. And the school bus thing, I mean, not going to lie, I feel a little bit like a school bus when I take 3 different kids to school on Wednesday mornings from 3 different families as I make all these different stops in my neighborhood. But it's really fun and I love doing it. So now to also add to some of that layering for Wednesday, that half circle or that full circle with the 2 different colored halves, I love it. Love it. And the dashes on the outside, it's just perfect. And then pair it with the little telephone icon, and really that is so super cute. Okay, so now in the middle section for Wednesday, I have that click, click, click sticker. It's obviously a decorative sticker, but the fun thing that I did with it was that it was picture day at school that day. So I was able to just add that little teardrop sticker to notate picture day. So that click, click, click sticker actually becomes completely functional, even though it's a decorative sticker. And that's just one of my favorite things about planning is that being able to mesh together decorative and functional in one sticker. I'm finished with the first half of the week, which is super exciting. I say this in every single video because then I get to move on to the weekend, which is always the best part of the week. And now I'm going to stick to the same color scheme, having the same cohesiveness from the first half to the second half of the week, and trying to continue to add new things that I haven't done in the first half. I love doing that because A, it makes the pages random and it makes them not too matchy-matchy, which I am not a big fan of. But then also, you know what else it does? It gives me some ideas for future weeks of planning, and I love that. So I love to experiment a little bit and try a few new things. And so for this one, the little notes, the spiral notepad, the little decorative strip, and then I cut that half circle in half and I just used the white part and layered them all together. I used the white part for the time and then the notepad for the event. And quite frankly, I really love that and I can definitely see myself using that again in the future. Now, of course, I would use it sporadically because it is definitely layering 3 different stickers, and I can try to keep that a little bit to the minimum because I do try to be mindful in the stickers that I choose so that things are fairly simple, fairly affordable, and fairly easy to mesh a whole bunch of different things together. Now, as you can see, I did a little bit more layering on the Thursday with the 2 different stickers and the arrow, which I also really love those arrows a lot. And now Jessica from Scraptastic Club has a whole different series of colors and stuff in those arrows as well, and I know I'm going to really love that. Now down at the bottom, I don't usually include to-dos in my memory planner, but I included that one for this time because I needed to pick my son up cookies at the store so he could take them to school. And really what this was sort of more notating was that he was having a party at school the next day. And he's a high schooler, so you don't notate, oh, he's having a party at school because, he's a sophomore in high school and they don't really think that's too cool. But if I add this little just, oh, reminder, pick up the cookies, then it kind of will hopefully jog my memory that he's still doing fun things at school as well. I hope that makes sense. And maybe some of you older parents will kind of get that high schoolers are a little bit different in not only what they do, but what they are sort of cool with you doing as well. Friday is a little bit more layering, but as you can see, I took that super cute box sticker, which is fine on its own, and then just added that little strip to it. And so it's only 2 stickers. It's not like I went crazy or anything like that. And both of them come from a page that have a lot of stickers on them. So it's not like, oh, I used 2 precious stickers together and now I'm only down to a couple. It's just a really fun way to make things even better. And that's the same thing for the Friday morning as well. Both of the stickers are adorable on their own, and I would absolutely use them by themselves. But together, they really create something spectacular, which I love for my memory planner. Now, at the bottom, that's like one of the most simple things I do, the little flag with the things next to it, but it just fits. It's perfect there with all of the rest of the things that are going on the page. It's super simple, and I love it how it's all together. And that's kind of the same thing for Saturday too. I'm just using a couple of little bullet stickers to notate events. And they're games. They're a soccer game, a baseball game. But because there's so many other awesome elements on this page, and because I know that I will add a couple of photos as well, just keeping it really simple is an awesome way to balance some of the layering and the more complicated things that I have going on. Now here are my photos. I used my Canon selfie printer to print those out and the Pick Frame app to print them a little bit smaller. And now I'm going to pull out my circle punch and punch those out. Now the first one, I just pull out one that's 1 1/8 inches. And I was just kind of thinking, I'm a little bit bummed I don't have one that's bigger. I would like to be able to punch them just a little bit larger. But the nice thing about having one smaller photo is that it kind of creates that interest in having one smaller, 2 bigger, and then there's a lot of different things going on. And actually, I lied, a couple of them are smaller, or one of them is smaller, but I'm going to pull out the bigger one. And that's kind of what made me do that, is because I was like, really, do I have another one? Because I have seriously 6 or 8 circle punches. And as luck would have it, I do have some bigger ones. So all 3 of these stickers, or photos, I'm sorry, I'm trimming a very slight straight edge on an edge so that I can have these stickers sit flush against either the header or the margin of the page. And I just really am a big fan of that look. You can absolutely leave them completely circle though, and that's lots of fun as well. Okay, so now I'm done. My planning is finished. I've even added my photos. So those are the order that I always go in because they're kind of the order of importance. But now I'm going to add just the slightest bit of decoration. So I'm just adding a couple of the star die cuts from Ellie's Studio, and those are just simple stars. That's it. And I tried to keep them in the visual triangle so that they're really appealing to your eye. And I also kept them in the same color scheme of the cards that I picked out. But that's not hard to do because all of the items in the Elle Studio kit are matching and they go together really well. Now I want to use that little arrow die cut, but I need to find the place where it looks the best paired with all of those things together. So I just trimmed the tiny little edge off so it would fit and then adhered it down with my tape runner. Now you can get a tape runner at Target, you can get one at Michael's. They are sold lots and lots of places. I actually just got some in clearance at Target a couple weeks ago for 15 cents. I'm not even joking. But you can get them at Michael's with a coupon, and they will last you really a long time, and they're super easy to use and they're not messy, and that's why I'm really a big fan of those. So as you can see, the pages are finished, and so now I'm going to get down to work with my page protector. I've chosen one that's just 2 4x6 openings, and I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to add a couple of 3x4s, but I'm simply going to put adhesive on the back of those and adhere them to the back of the 4x6 card that I chose. I wouldn't have to do this. It's not imperative that I do, but I just like it because then all of the elements are not sliding around in the page protector. I'm going to add a little bit of embellishing to that 4x6 photo. There's a bunch of white space in the middle that's not important to the story, and so this way I can add a couple of die cuts and then tell a little bit of the story as well. And so that's really a fun way to embellish a little bit further without going crazy or being really heavy on embellishments. These are just paper die cuts. I'm just using my tape runner, and I'm using 3 little ones and my pen to tell just a tiny quick little story, and I really love it, and I feel like it really enhances this photo a lot. I'm just using my simple Papermate Flair pen this week. It's really what I use 95% of the time. I love it. I love the way that it writes. It's perfect for my handwriting, and I think that that's key in planning, is finding a pen that works really well for you and that you're very comfortable with, and it works in your planner. Now I'm going through all of the different label stickers that I have from the Scraptastic Club kits and previous kits, and I want to layer a bunch of them together, having them staggered, so I can do a little bit more journaling on this card. I love the stripes on the bottom, and I kind of wanted to continue that theme, but have it be a little bit different. So these label stickers were the perfect way to do that, and so I can write on them with my Flair pen. They are just a matte paper sticker, and so there's no smearing or anything like that. And I can just tell the story and add the date, and it really turns out to be so totally cute. Now, kind of a throwback to Project Life for me is using these dated cards. They're really cute and I like them a lot, but I don't really need them in my memory planner because these page protectors are on the week, so I know what week this is. But I'm going to use it anyway because it's really cute and I like that script at the top. I'm going to use a little arrow sticker from a Scraptastic Club sampler from November, and then it just notates the week that it is. And like I said, it's completely not necessary because this is going in my planner, but I liked it, and I figure, you know what, it's my project, I can do whatever I want. Am I right? Okay, now on the back, I'm using this 4x6 card, and I'm using 2 smaller photos that I printed on one 4x6, and I'm going to just adhere them down with my tape runner and keeping them flush at the bottom of the page. And I want to add a little bit of journaling. So I'm going to pull out a journaling card. I know there's a couple in here, and just punch a circle out of there, and then I can add a few words, keep the thing really interesting because it's a different shape and it gives me plenty of room to add journaling. that's pretty much it for me this week. So thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you liked it, and it also lets YouTube know the types of things that you like to see. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.